Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you depending on where and when you are listening to this video. My name is Joseph Afesu. I am a Microsoft MVP and MCT. So in today's video, I want to show you how to implement conditional access policy in your tenant and how to specifically block users from accessing a particular application. And in this demo is going to be about blocking a user called LabRat from accessing the Sway application. So before we move on, I just want to have you sign in as LabRat user. So if I come here now and I do in private window, incognito window, and I do if I do Sway, this is Sway. If I do this and I'm going to enter the credential of the user into the sign in. So if I come to sign in now, and then I'm going to put the URL of the user that we are going to use to sign into Sway, just so we can confirm that the user can sign into Sway. And then I'll put in the okay, so the user is signing in now, so is able to sign into Sway successfully. Let us say for some reasons we do not want this user to be able to sign into this application. We can use conditional access policy to deprive this user from signing into this app by blocking him from it entirely. So that's what we want to do today, and I hope you're going to find it useful. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, please hit on the subscribe button. That's very important for me to grow this channel. Thank you very much for doing that. So if I click on this and I'm coming to my lab environment, so what I will do is I'll just close this out. So the regular pattern I follow is to do cmd.ms. So if you do cmd.ms, it's going to land you at the Microsoft command line. So the next thing is for you to click on Entra. So if you come to Entra ID, you will go to protection. Protection is just by the left hand side here when this is fully loaded. So if you go to protection, but I must quickly mention that before you can set up conditional access policy, you must first of all disable security defaults. So if you've not watched the video on how I showed how to disable security default, there's shortcuts to do that. You may just check it out. The description is going to be, the link is going to be on the description below, and I'll be popping the video up there also. So if I come here and I click on protection down below, I will see conditional access. So if I come to conditional access, so the next thing I want to do is to click on create. So clicking on create, what I want to create is the conditional access policy. I can call it CAP, where I say disable Sway. Okay, I think I had it typing here during my test. So disable Sway for LabRat. So that's taken already. So the next thing is for you to come to users. So click on users. This is saying none and all users, but I want to select just a user. So I have three options here where I can select users and groups. So this is going to automatically load the users in my environment, and I'm looking for the lab guy. So I'm just going to do this. So is LabRat, so this is the guy. So I'm just going to hit on this and then I'll click on select. So that means I've picked the user. So the next thing is the targeted resource or target resource. So if I click on this now, I'll have option to see all the cloud applications, or I can say no, just selected resources, and I will come down to this place that says select non-selected, right? So I would search for Sway. So if I search for Sway now, it's just going to bring Sway for me, and I click on this and I click on select. So at this point I have picked an application, but I have not set the permission or the grants that I'm going to do there. So the block or enabled and then putting the condition there is what you do in grant. So I'm going to block. If I want to block, I don't need all the conditions. Any other condition here is just going to block the user. So if I want to do grant, I can say grant but require the user to use MFA, or put any of these, require on domain joined and all of that. So I just want to do this block access, and then the next thing I will do is I will just hit on select. So if I do this now, what it means is I have blocked access for that user. This is very important also, that report only on and off. Report only is just going to be telling you, giving you like audit of what is happening, and then on is going to implement the policy immediately, while off in short is for you to turn off the policy. So now I want to turn it on, and it is on now, so I will click on create policy, and then that means that this is implemented on the LabRat user. So I just want to see if we can get an in private window from another browser. Hopefully I don't sign in here before to have like a credential catch for LabRat. So let's just also put in the Sway link, and then we're going to put the LabRat sign in details there, and let's see what happens when he tries to sign into the application. So let me just wait for this to come up, and let's see. So your MVP benefit accounts are this. Okay, so I just want to click on sign out. That is just in case I had a lot open, because I use this environment for a lot of things. So I want to hit on the Sway again. I hope that is coming on. So I'll just hit on sign in, and what I want to do is to supply the credentials for my lab guy. So if I put it here now, remember that conditional access policy is blocking LabRat from signing into Sway. So I'm just going to put in his password. Okay, so if I do that now, so let's see what happens. So look at what it is saying, LabRat, so you do not have access to this. Your sign-in was successful, but you do not have permission to access this resource. So if you see this error most time, it's because conditional access policy is depriving you from accessing that particular application at that time. So I hope you find this video useful when you saw LabRat signing into the Sway application successfully, and now that the conditional access policy has acted on him, that he can no longer sign into this application. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, like I mentioned, please hit on the subscribe button, and if you've not liked this video yet, please hit on the like button. Thank you very much, and see you on the next one. Cheers.